Hello and welcome back to Time for Gardening. If you're dreaming of a charming summer cottage garden filled with upcycled treasures, elegant flowers, and decorative fences, you're in the right place. Today, we'll explore stunning ideas that blend vintage charm with practical beauty, perfect for adding timeless style to your outdoor space. Whether you have a small backyard, a cozy patio, or just a love for rustic elegance, these ideas will inspire your next project. So grab your favorite tea, get comfy, and stay with us until the end for a full bouquet of inspiration. Repurposing vintage wicker baskets into garden containers brings a touch of countryside nostalgia right into your backyard. Overflowing with pink cosmos and trailing lobelia, these baskets create a soft, romantic focal point while celebrating the beauty of imperfection and age. Their textured weave contrasts beautifully with delicate blooms, adding dimension to any cottage border. Position these baskets along fences, benches, or tucked into garden corners for an instantly inviting effect. Whether arranged symmetrically or scattered playfully, their earthy charm complements flowering perennials and evokes the timeless comfort of a well-loved English cottage garden. A salvaged wrought iron gate adds elegance and history to any garden space, doubling as both a decorative fence and a vertical plant support. When paired with towering delphiniums and hollyhocks, the ornate metalwork becomes a sculptural anchor in your flower beds, offering structure without feeling rigid. As summer progresses, these climbing and upright blooms will frame the iron details in vibrant color. The juxtaposition of iron strength with floral softness enhances the overall character of your garden, telling a story of repurposing with grace and resilience. old metal watering cans take on new life as delightful upcycled planters, especially when painted in soft pastels or cheerful brights. Filled with nasturtiums, daisies, or trailing ivy, they become eye-catching conversation pieces that embody whimsical charm and cottage creativity. You can place them along pathways, steps, or even hang them from hooks on fences for vertical interest. Their nostalgic feel makes them perfect for seasoned gardeners seeking both function and decorative flair from reused materials. Leaning a weathered wooden ladder against a garden fence creates a vertical stage for showcasing cascading blooms and fragrant herbs. Each rung holds a new layer of color, from vibrant petunias to clusters of sweet alyssum, forming a gentle cascade of life and fragrance. This creative solution not only adds height to your planting layout, but also embodies the beauty of upcycling everyday items. It's a charming way to draw the eye upward and fill tight spaces with layers of seasonal color. Old wooden window frames can be transformed into enchanting vertical accents when mounted onto a garden fence. Their open panels create windows into your blooms, ideal for trailing morning glories or clematis that weave in and out with natural ease. This dreamy installation adds a cottage-style sense of whimsy, making your fence feel more like a living wall of art. With every new bloom, the windows reveal a fresh view of summer's evolving charm. Vintage galvanized tubs planted with English lavender offer both visual structure and a fragrant retreat. These rustic containers reflect silver light and age beautifully over time, enhancing the romantic feel of any garden nook or entryway. Grouping them along a fence line or pathway creates a calming lavender corridor that's not only practical for pollinators, but also perfect for evening strolls and seasonal photography. Large tea tins or biscuit containers, once destined for shelves, can be creatively reused as charming herb planters. Their unique designs and patina add character while holding fresh mint, thyme, or basil close at hand for kitchen use. Clustered together near a sunny kitchen window or garden bench, they provide fragrance and function. Each tin tells a story, combining everyday memories with the practicality of edible gardening. A garden arch made from reclaimed metal becomes a dramatic entryway when adorned with climbing roses and honeysuckle. It not only marks a welcoming threshold, but also sets the tone for a lush, floral experience beyond. As the vines mature and flowers cascade over the arch, the effect becomes almost fairy tale-like. This single structure creates visual depth and a gentle transition between garden areas. Even a broken birdbath can bloom again. When filled with soil and low-growing flowers like pansies and succulents, it becomes a quaint, elevated planter with storybook appeal. It brings texture and layering to shady spots that need a touch of magic. Set near a bench or under a tree, it draws attention without overpowering its surroundings. Its imperfections become part of its charm, reminding us that beauty often lies in reinvention. A rustic wooden pallet affixed to your fence transforms into a vertical planting feature with built-in charm. Fill its pockets or shelves with trailing verbena, geraniums, or even kitchen herbs for a vibrant and practical display. Perfect for smaller spaces, this idea maximizes vertical potential while introducing color and movement at eye level. It's a sustainable solution that adds rhythm and detail to your garden backdrop. A weathered wooden chair with a missing seat becomes a charming floral pedestal when fitted with a terracotta pot. Painted in soft pastel tones or left naturally distressed, it brings a touch of personality and playfulness to any garden corner. Positioned along a gravel path or nestled among taller flowers, this upcycled piece invites nostalgia. It creates an unexpected pause in the garden's rhythm, reminding visitors that beauty can blossom from the most ordinary items. Transform simple mason jars into enchanting solar lanterns by placing LED caps inside and stringing them along your garden fence. As the sun sets, these jars glow gently, casting magical light over your blooms and walkways. Their soft illumination adds romance and safety, making your garden feel cozy well into the evening. They offer an eco-friendly alternative to wired lighting, blending function with rustic cottage style. An old porcelain sink can serve as a unique raised planter, especially when filled with vibrant summer wildflowers like calendula and coreopsis. The sink's glossy white surface contrasts beautifully with the riot of color spilling from within. This unexpected centerpiece brings vintage farmhouse charm to your garden layout. It turns waste into wonder and makes even the smallest patch feel personalized and intentional. Vintage lace curtains add a poetic softness when draped between wooden fence posts. Their delicate patterns flutter in the breeze, catching sunlight and casting elegant shadows over nearby blooms. Paired with climbing roses or lavender below, the fabric infuses your garden with old-world romance. It blurs the line between indoor comfort and outdoor beauty, enhancing the dreamy ambience of a summer garden. Using a stepladder as a trellis is a clever and space-saving way to showcase climbing flowers like clematis or sweet peas. As the vines climb upward, the structure becomes a sculptural element adorned with blossoms. This idea adds vertical dimension and is especially useful for creating focal points in smaller plots. Its rustic character ties seamlessly into a cottage aesthetic, while its function helps train and support seasonal growth. Metal buckets, once tools of labor, now find new life lining your garden borders, brimming with snapdragons, violas, and foxgloves. Their metallic finish weathers gracefully, adding texture to the edge of any path or flower bed. Arranged in a line or varied in height, these containers offer flexible placement and easy rearrangement. They create visual rhythm and rhythmically link the planting to the rustic charm of reused materials. An old dresser painted in soft blue or cream becomes a tiered flower display when its drawers are staggered and planted with cascading flowers. Each level becomes a story of seasonal color. Dusty Miller, geraniums, and trailing ivy. Placed near a garden wall or trellis, this upcycled feature brings interior style into your outdoor retreat. It delights the eye and repurposes forgotten furniture into something joyfully alive. A vintage wrought iron bed frame becomes a literal flower bed when set into the ground and filled with blooms. Zinnias, cosmos, and daisies spill within its bounds, creating a whimsical narrative scene. This garden installation celebrates the power of imagination. What once symbolized rest now symbolizes revival, turning sleep into seasonal bloom in the most delightful way. A narrow pathway of old bricks, edged with creeping thyme and chamomile, invites you to slow down and savor the sensory pleasures of summer. The earthy smell of herbs underfoot adds a layer of natural aromatherapy. This low-maintenance yet fragrant walkway brings structure and softness together. As you stroll through your garden, every step is a reminder of the thoughtful details that make a space truly enchanting. Stacking stained wooden crates along a garden fence creates a vertical wall that's both rustic and functional. Each crate houses cheerful flowers, lush ivy, or even strawberries, depending on your needs. The structure can be customized to fit any space and rearranged seasonally. It becomes a living wall that blends the casual charm of old farm storage with the elegance of curated planting. Whimsical and delicate vintage teacups make for enchanting miniature planters when hung from fence hooks or garden arches. Filled with trailing blooms like baby's breath or sweet alyssum, these tiny gardens create a storybook effect along any walkway. Their small scale encourages closer inspection, drawing visitors into quiet appreciation. Perfect for tea lovers and romantic souls. This idea transforms forgotten china into botanical treasures that bring surprise and sweetness to your summer garden. A vertical stack of aged copper cooking pots, filled with petunias in shades of pink and purple, becomes a shining tower of blooms. The warm metallic tones reflect sunlight while the trailing flowers soften the structure's shape. Placed beside garden steps or near a seating area, this vertical display adds both height and history. It's a celebration of cottage ingenuity, marrying old-world kitchenware with the freshness of summer floral. An old wrought iron gate leaned against a wall or mounted into the soil creates a timeless trellis for climbers like sweet peas or moonflowers. Its ornate details frame the blossoms beautifully, turning a practical support into a visual delight. As the season progresses, the flowers weave through the ironwork, making the trellis look more like living lace. This idea highlights how architectural salvage can be repurposed into artful garden structure with very little effort. Weathered wooden shutters, once protecting windows, now enhance fences when mounted vertically and paired with baskets of geraniums or trailing alyssum. Their slatted design adds rhythm and structure while giving a home to cascading greenery. Painted in cottage colors or left natural, shutters offer a nostalgic charm. They work especially well in narrow spaces where wall-mounted planters bring life and color without needing deep flower beds. An antique wheelbarrow, rusted from age but strong in spirit, becomes a mobile bloom display when filled with zinnias, salvia, and snapdragons. This rolling garden centerpiece can be moved with the sun or featured at a seasonal entrance. Its worn wooden handles and metal body contrast joyfully with vibrant petals. Whether placed under a tree or near the porch, it serves as a charming nod to both the past and nature's ongoing growth. Gingham bunting fluttering across your garden fence adds playful cottage flair while highlighting seasonal cheer. Soft colors like blush, sage, and butter yellow evoke vintage picnic vibes and complement surrounding flowers. These fabric touches create visual continuity between the garden and entertaining areas. They're easy to swap for different seasons and offer a festive finishing touch that feels both handmade and heartfelt. An ornate birdcage, once decorative, takes on new life when filled with trailing verbena and crowned with a solar light orb. Suspended from a shepherd's hook or perched on a pedestal, it becomes a glowing focal point at dusk. Its blend of metal, motion, and blooming softness captures the spirit of cottage whimsy. This unexpected reuse turns something caged into something blossoming, full of light, life, and imagination. Natural log slices arranged as stepping stones bring organic rhythm to your garden path. Their varied textures and grains echo the forest floor while guiding visitors through wildflower beds or herb plots. Easy to source and sustainable, these slices soften formal paths and integrate effortlessly into relaxed cottage designs. Each step becomes a celebration of nature's patterns and a connection to the earth beneath. Painted vintage colanders, hung from pergolas or beams, transform into quirky hanging baskets perfect for herbs or trailing vines. Their holes provide perfect drainage and their forms offer structure and nostalgia. Grouped in odd numbers and painted in soft tones, these kitchen relics bring lighthearted charm to outdoor spaces. They remind us that even the most utilitarian objects can become expressions of creativity and renewal. Blue and white porcelain containers lend refined elegance when used as flower pots for daisies, hydrangeas, or trailing lobelia. Their timeless patterns contrast beautifully with soft petals and vibrant greens. Clustered on a patio or stairway, they create a sophisticated yet approachable look. This blend of delicacy and durability feels distinctly summery, bridging old-world style with fresh seasonal growth. Thank you so much for joining us today in our garden journey. We hope these summer cottage garden ideas sparked your creativity and showed how upcycled containers and elegant floral touches can transform any space into a blooming sanctuary. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear which idea was your favorite. See you in the next video on Time for Gardening.